Xiao Zhan was born on October 5, 1991 in Chongqing, China. He is a Chinese actor and singer and photographer. He studied at Modern International Art Design Academy. Since childhood, he began to learn to paint and play the violin. Xiao Zhan has been a familiar face in the China entertainment industry since 2018 when he played in the popular drama The Untamed along with Wang Yubo. Despite his presence in the public eyes, there is more to him than meet the eye. Let's explore some truth about Xiao Zhan. Only Child Chronicles. Xiao Zhan is the only child. Being raised in a strict family, he said during the interview. My dad and my mom were very dominant and had strict requirements that I must follow. It's very typical Chinese traditional way. I pretty much grew up getting beaten, they played doubles, all kinds of beatings. If my mom came home early, she would beat me first until my dad came home, then he takes over and continue to beat me. In middle school and high school was when I got beaten the most, he said. Ever since elementary his dad already expected him to be in the prestigious school. Even during summer, his dad would make him attend summer camp at the top-notch university to get familiarized. His parents would not allow him to go outside and play with other kids. His dad said, stop wasting time playing, you must study hard. His parents made him enroll in many curricular classes like violin, calligraphy, drawing, painting. Even his mom at one point said to his dad, we made him attending too many classes, will he be able to learn it all? In the interview Xiao Zhan mentioned in 2019 when Zhang Chao's neighbor friend posted 9 videos of Zhang Chao being beaten by his dad to China's social media. Xiao Zhan said Zhang Chao suffered the same fate like him. The only child chronicle, he said, Zhang Chao and I are the same age. Zhang Chao's parents were just like my parents, nothing different. Especially when Zhang Chao is not just the only child, but he is also the only grandson from both his mom and his dad's side. The expectation for being the only child is just too overbearing. Just like Xiao Zhan, Zhang Chao was forced by his parents to take on many curricular classes since little, like piano, guitar, calligraphy, drawing, painting, and played sports on top of maintaining number 1 in school. However, unlike Zhang Chao, who is considered a child prodigy, a genius with extremely high IQ, Xiao Zhan is the opposite. Xiao Zhan cannot maintain good grades. He was not a very smart kid. He often got bullied for being stupid. While Zhang Chao got advanced many classes and was 4 to 6 years younger than his classmates. Xiao Zhan on the other hand, was older than his classmate because he had to repeat a few classes. Xiao Zhan's dad enrolled him in prestigious school, but they did not accept Xiao Zhan due to his poor grades. For this, Xiao Zhan got beaten badly by both his parents. Xiao Zhan said, my parents didn't care that I was bullied in class. They said it's because I was too stupid. If my grades improved then no one could bully me. So when I get into fights with kids at school, I would get beaten by my parents when I get home. At least Zhang Chao only get beaten by his dad. Here both my parents beat me. Sometime they gang up to beat me together. If not, my mom would be yelling and screaming while my dad beats me. Xiao Zhan posted a pictures of someone's buttocks and said, lots of times my parents would beat me and my butts would be worse than this. It was bleeding and would turn black and blue. I'm sure Zhang Chao's buttocks were the same. Zhang Chao couldn't skip school because he must maintain his number 1 ranking. I was almost the worst in class, so I skipped school when I was in too much pain. Which when my parents found out, they again would beat me more. When they said Zhang Chao abused painkiller, morphine, and even alcohol when he was in his teenage. I fully understand. I just didn't have money or access to painkiller, otherwise I would be abusing drugs too. The pain was too unbearable. Xiao Zhan said. Believe me, Zhang Chao and I were not the only one that suffer from these beatings. Anyone being the only child can tell you what kind of childhood life they went through. At 18 years old, Zhang Chao already got his master degree in medical field. Actually he could have gotten his doctorate degree if he wanted to, but he didn't, simply he didn't want his dad to force him to work at the hospital. Not having the license yet, means he could not be forced to work at the hospital. So then he quit studying to be a doctor but went to study his singing, dancing and acting at one of the most prestigious university in the world in performance art. Well, for Xiao Zhan at 18, he was only in 10th grade and decided to quit school altogether and joined a group of friends to form a band. Unlike Zhang Chao, who is the king of dance, Xiao Zhan did not know how to dance at all. He said in the interview, "I thought I'd just sing quietly, but everyone focused a lot on dancing. So then I pushed myself to learn." He now realized the entertainment industry isn't all fun and game. But learning to dance from scratch at 18 means his body is way too stiff. He suffered many injury while learning to dance. His knees often gotten swell up from not dancing correctly. Xiao Zhan said he only gotten 2 to 3 hours of sleep a day and the rest of the time he practiced his dancing and singing. Even so, when his group came out with their first album in 2016, it didn't become popular. Xiao Zhan decided to take a break and took dancing classes and even acting classes. Many hard-working nights landed him in some small roles but wasn't famous. He even tried to audition for some other roles but was told he's not popular enough. Xiao Zhan did not give up, but rather he worked harder and gained more experiences. In 2017 he got a bigger role in the Wolf movie, but this wasn't easy. This movie was filmed in a very cold snowy mountain. Xiao Zhan said the wind made it much more colder and icy. It was so tough and could knock you over, but Xiao Zhan wanted to try his best in this movie. But somehow the director kept telling him that he can't act. There was a crying scene in the movie. Xiao Zhan tried too many times to cry but he could not cry. The director came over and slapped him really hard and said, "Now can you cry?" Still Xiao Zhan could not cry like how they wanted him to. Finally the director gave up and said, "Let's just rest and try again tomorrow. Go back to your room and practice crying." Xiao Zhan didn't want to stop. If they stop, it's a big loss for the whole crew. He felt the pressure and he kept trying to get the emotion right. But no matter how he tried, he still could not cry. Since then he started doubting himself and had many sleepless nights. He said he would just be lying in bed at night staring at the ceiling wondering if he really cut out to be an actor. The director gave him a shot of alcohol and told him to drink. After he got drunk, then he was able to cry and finished his filming. Since then he became an alcoholic and had to get drunk for him to act better. Xiao Zhan said he felt like back then when he was in school, he was crying whenever his parents beat him and made him do schoolwork when he didn't want to. In 2020 he got offered a role in The Untamed with Wang Yubo. This drama was the first drama he gets to be one of the lead actor. Filming The Untamed was a big challenge for him. There were too many complex lines and too little time to memorize. Xiao Zhan said only genius like Zhang Chao could memorize long complex lines easily. For Xiao Zhan, he spent all his time practicing and memorizing his lines. There was no time to break, he even bring his script with him to the restroom. That how determined he was. Many of his colleagues said filming took his livelihood away. Xiao Zhan would get all stressed out, stop talking to everyone and just try to focus too much in his lines. But Xiao Zhan managed to finish filming The Untamed. Fortunately, this drama gotten very popular and had over 10 billion views worldwide. As Xiao Zhan becomes more famous, he realized lot of times his parents were right for forcing him to study hard. The China entertainment industry is too tough. Good looks alone will not cut it. You must be extremely talented or work so hard then you just might make it. Xiao Zhan said he also goes the extra miles and work 10 times harder than others because he is not as smart. Xiao Zhan does not mind getting hurt while filming and can endure the pain better than others simply from his childhood beatings. Xiao Zhan and Zhang Chao often gotten a lot of injuries while filming but both would remain calm and being very professional and never complain simply because both endure so much pain from all the beatings they got from their parents. Xiao Zhan said he is not naturally talented and can do everything perfectly like Zhang Chao, so therefore, he puts in extra times and extra efforts and so much practices that people don't see. The dark side of fame. Xiao Zhan's life changed drastically since he decided to do acting. Fans would scrutinize every details, pausing video, taking screenshots and analyzing actors on all aspects to make sure none of them are Photoshop. Actors became a subject of constant assessment, so every morning when he wakes up, Xiao Zhan would worries about how he looks. He doesn't have the luxury of looking tired and bloated. People watch you closely and there are no hidden moments. People want to know about the actor's personal life, relationship, and preferences. Xiao Zhan's popularity continued to rise, and Xiao Zhan said he will continue to practice his singing, dancing and acting to improve and be a better actor, singer, and dancer for his audiences. Xiao Zhan thanks all his fans for all their supports throughout the years.